How are humans actually endangering our planet? For this assignment, we were asked to think about how out-of-classroom experiences and school trips can be used to teach topics in the curriculum. We went on a few trips, including the Botanic Garden, St. Fagans, and the National Museum. I decided that a good topic that can be taught during these visits would be pollution and the effects that it can have. Throughout this presentation, I will discuss how these visits can be used to teach children about the problems discussed. Pollution can be defined as the human alteration of chemical or physical characteristics of the environment to a degree that is harmful to living organisms. Pollution is the introduction of harmful contaminants into air, water, or soil. These contaminants can have dire effects on entire ecosystems, making life more difficult for humans, plants, and animals. Humans can help to save endangered species from becoming extinct. We can plant trees and plants. Save endangered species, breed more animals, save environments and sick animals, and we can protect animals and plants from being overhunted. However, humans are also a danger to the organisms we spend so long trying to protect. Sometimes humans purposely endanger our wildlife, but it can also be unintentional. Deforestation is one of the main dangers to our planet caused by humans that can be prevented. Deforestation is the destruction of trees. 60,000 kilometre squares of trees are cut down each year. If we carry on at this rate, all of our rainforests will be gone by 2060. Humans destroy land to build houses, factories, stores, and parks. The animals that once lived there are then left without a home. In theory, they could just move to a new location, but realistically, there are already other animals living there. There is not enough food, water, and shelter for all the animals, so consequently some of them will die. Due to this, many plants and animals are becoming endangered, and some are already extinct. The Botanic Gardens are home to a number of plants that are endangered in their original locations. They have created homes for the plants, creating the specific needs that they may have. The Botanic Gardens has many programs for school children to take part in. They involve a number of activities allowing the children to discover all sorts of things, such as habitats, how animals survive, and so on. One of the activities that fits in well with this topic is the program called Mud Pies, Dens, and Wriggly Things. This program uses role-play and adventures to discover some of the ways in which different animals live and survive in our woodlands. This activity would give the students an idea as to all the different animals that would be in trouble should deforestation carry on. Students usually think that the only animals affected would be birds and squirrels, as they are the only commonly seen animals in trees. However, under the surface there is so much more, including worms, spiders, and beetles. During a trip to the museum, teachers can ask the students to find animals that have gone extinct and then research why it had happened. There are many animals in the museum that have gone extinct for a variety of reasons. The one that stood out to me the most was the giant sea turtle. This particular turtle was found dead, washed up on a beach after being caught in litter, and is believed to be over 100 years old. It is also the largest leatherback turtle ever recorded. However, sea turtles are massively endangered, and if we do not change our obstructive ways, some species of turtle will be gone in the next 50 years. Humans are the biggest threat to turtles, and the main reason is littering. Litter off the streets washes into drains and ultimately ends up in the ocean. A plastic bag in the ocean looks a lot like a jellyfish, which is some turtles' main source of food. The plastic cannot be digested, and the turtle will end up slowly starving to death. Littering is also a problem when the turtles are hatched. Most mothers lay their eggs on beaches and then go back to the water. When the eggs hatch, they are alone and have to get to the ocean as fast as possible. Many never make it. Some of the times it's because they are caught by predators, such as birds, but most of the time the baby turtles get caught in rubbish that has been left on the beach. Then they overheat, dehydrate, and die. Turtles are not the only animals at risk of being caught up in rubbish. In fact, the RSPCA have over 7,000 calls a year about litter-related incidents, often rescuing animals that have been trapped or hurt by litter. Animals looking for food or shelter can get trapped in cans or injured by sharp edges. Raccoon rescue were called out about a raccoon whose paw was caught in an empty can. The raccoon was in perfect health, other than the paw being caught, but when they cut away the can, they found that the paw was so injured and infected that the best thing for it was to euthanize it. This could have been avoided had the can been recycled and discarded properly. The plastic loops which hold together cans make a trap for wildlife. These have been known to catch and kill birds when discarded in the sea. This can be easily avoided by cutting links before throwing them away. Littering is a huge problem all over the world. It often consists of plastics, metal and glass, all materials that do not break down easily into the environment. Littering is anything unnatural that is left outdoors. Littering is not only unappealing to look at, but it can last for a very long time. Some plastics can take over 100 years to break down. There are many reasons why littering is dangerous to both humans and animals. People can be seriously injured by broken bottles or rusty pieces of metals that have been improperly discarded. Medical and sanitary waste are also biohazards that can make people incredibly sick. A trip to St. Fagans is the perfect way to show children how much humans have developed over the years. Children can be shown around the old-style houses to see how basic life was before. There's a medicine shop where all the medicines are made naturally, using a combination of plants. The blacksmiths to see all the ironwork, and the cobblers where shoes were made by hand. We've gone from horse and carriages to cars, planting crops to buying everything at supermarkets. From making everything by hand to having it all factory made, and so much more. However, these advances have had an effect on the environment. Cars and factories cause air pollution. Air pollution consists of solid particles and gases in the atmosphere. When these poisons are breathed in by humans, they are at higher risk for asthma and reproductive system damage. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, birth defects can also be caused by air pollution. A study in 1995 found a link between air pollution and increased deaths from cardiovascular and respiratory problems. Humans are not the only living creatures affected by toxic air pollutions. Some of the toxins in the air settle onto plants and in the water sources that are then consumed by animals. The health effects of these poisons are then magnified up the food chain. Animals at the top of the food chain end up with the largest concentrations of toxins in their bodies.